What's good, TMF? Back at it with another video, man. We got some little scary for y'all. If y'all want to, sit back and enjoy it. Fall asleep to some tonight. Get a little spooky dookie on the nigga. But yeah, this is the Thomas family haunting, the story of man. I guess it's a demon called a man, or the man, or they're haunting a kid or something like that. But yeah, man, before we get into this video, man, we're gonna say a quick prayer. But I do need y'all to get over to the Patreon if y'all haven't already. From Another View. Shout out to all 508 members, and shout out to everybody that's really locked in and watching the TV shows, the movies, and the new stuff that we have out there. Got My Strange Addictions. I just uploaded that yesterday. Crazy, very weird people in that. But y'all go watch that and find out how weird it is yourself. Even if y'all can't join and watch it, go watch the trailer on that page and see if that's what you want to get yourself into. That's crazy shit, man. The Boys, Euphoria, Welcome to Derry. We got movies on here. Gonna make some more movies. Got an anime coming out, as you can see. Just kidding. That would be cool, though, if I did have a cartoon. Somebody make a cartoon. Let me be a voice in there. Let me be a character. I don't care if it's just one episode. I just want to be a character. But yeah, man. Bow your heads. Then we're going to get into this video, man. Dear Lord, I want to come to you today to pray for everybody that's watching this video. I ask that you bless everybody that has kids, that have children. I ask that you bless their families. You protect them, keep them safe, and you put them in a position to where they can always have a meal and always have their rent. Not just their rent, but their bills paid or taken care of. In your name I pray. Amen. Ashe. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Hello! Gualish. At the age of 4, Joshua Thomas began communicating with someone only he could see and talk to.
I remember, visions of a little boy. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy. I remember talking to him as this kid and getting in the back.
Oh, that's him as an adult. This is him. That's crazy. And the fact that he can remember.
And coming home with him and stuff.
When he was playing in his room or anything, you could hear him talking to man.
Ain't that crazy though? Actually, imagine how many times you played with somebody at the park, never seen them again, or you played or was walking down the street with somebody, or you was in the alley and met some random kid and y'all just had a fun day and never seen them again. It was like, man, what if that nigga was a ghost whole time? Bro, that's actually nuts.
When everybody was asking, where'd he come from, then I remember just spitting it out where he came from. Said it came from a box in the ground at that park.
He was brought home from a cemetery.
Something about there was a bad man that did bad stuff to him. I remember sitting in the hallways playing with my toys, and it seems like I had an old briefcase or something. I was digging through it and I found that picture out of nowhere.
He said, "That is man." That's when it kind of got spooky, I think.
Damn.
We had a cat, a kitten.
I remember trying to smother one under a couch cushion.
Wait, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Smother cushion, smother couch with a cat cushion on top of a back seat driver door. Nigga, that didn't make sense. I'll smother your cow on the couch cushion, cat. Story of man.
Western Kentucky has been shrouded in mystery and folklore for decades, with stories being passed down through generations. Many believe evil spirits have inhabited this land for centuries, lurking in the shadows, waiting for another soul to cross its path.
Kentucky.
Jan and Jim Thompson know of every highway, street, and back road around Paducah, Kentucky.
That dookie.
Jim works as a contract driver for the United States Postal Service, while Jan also works full-time as a driver for FedEx. They work hard to provide a good life for their two children, 4-year-old Josh and 16-year-old Ashley. Jan hired a nanny to stay at the house and take care of Josh during the day while she and Jim were at work.
Okay, so they got a nanny. It's 1994 when it happened.
There weren't a lot of children in the area Josh's age, so the nanny would take him to various playgrounds and parks to give him the opportunity to interact with other children his age whenever possible. The nanny, Susie, began to notice Josh had an invisible friend that would always accompany them on their outings, as he would carry on conversations with him in the car and while playing in the park.
So that little boy was with him all the time.
I remember that park. I remember that area, and I remember playing there as a kid.
I remember.
I remember.
Speaking of like kid ghosts, my aunt, I got an aunt that's like way younger than me. She's like, at this time she was a baby and I was just a kid. But I remember we was at my aunt's house in the north side of Oklahoma City, nigga. We was at my aunt's house. Boom, we chilling. And my niece, not my niece, she's so young, I keep thinking niece, but like my aunt, which is the little girl at the time, she comes running to us and she's like, this little boy keeps trying to take my shoes off. He keeps pulling at my shoelaces. So we're like, what? Where? And she says, I'm gonna say John, in John's room. And John is my cousin, but like we the same age though. So she's like younger than us. But my aunt, my grandpa had a baby while we was still kids. You know what I'm saying? So we asking her like, who, what boy? Where's he at? What boy? And she shows where's that, pointing in the closet. He was like, this no. So I immediately like, what the fuck? Ain't no boy in there. I'm a kid though. And then my cousin that lived there, who the house is, she's like, it's probably somebody there. It'd be some creepy stuff going around the house, and we've all known that. There's always like some type of ghost stuff in their house or whatever. Bro, motherfucker start showing her a picture like, who's the little boy like that was taking your shoelaces off? So they showing my auntie pictures of different little boys, and then she get to this one picture, bro, and they got his shoe. They got his shoe in like right by his picture in like this little, not in a case, but like a like a cabinet thing. Like I don't really know how to explain it, but like it's like a little cubby thing with picture and then a golden shoe. Where they took this little boy's shoe that like and put it in like some bronze shit, and they kept his shoe there. Coming to find out, that was our older cousin that had drowned before we even got to like a certain age. He probably was like 5 years older than me, 6 years older than me. I'm not even sure. I don't know. I've never met him. He drowned before I was even around like that. He drowned. We got one of their shoes, and one of his shoes has always been in that house. So like that shit just crazy for her to no little kid is gonna know like, hey, that guy in that picture right there, he ain't dead. He's, you know what I'm saying? She's just thinking it's a little boy that keeps messing with her shoes, trying to take her shoes off. Whole time, nigga, it's a ghost. That shit had fucked me up, nigga. I could never sleep in that room again, bruh.
Visions of a little boy A blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy. I remember talking to him as this kid and getting in the back of the car and coming home with him and stuff.
Swinging on the swing that is old in a bed. Alright, these swings are scary now. I'm going in.
It's not exactly uncommon for a child Josh's age to have an imaginary friend. So his parents didn't question or raise an eyebrow when he began speaking to a friend only he could see and talk to, a friend he called Man.
Like, why would he
When
call a
he
little
was
boy man?
Playing in his room or anything, you could hear him talking to Man.
Or he called like man or something.
And then you say, well, what are you doing? And he'd say, well, I'm playing with Man.
No, I just remember him sitting there, a little boy sitting Indian style, looking at me.
That's fucking crazy. And the fact that you remember it is even wilder.
It wasn't long after this discovery when unexplainable activity began happening in their home. This included very strange noises in the attic, the sense of someone staring at you in the shower, the sound of someone raking their fingernails along the wall in the hallway at night,
Yeah, man might
and
be
bed
demon.
shaking slightly but enough to awaken you from your sleep.
I guess that's when...
You know what's crazy? I've had that feeling. Like when you're in the bed, it feel like your bed shake a little bit and you just like, am I tripping or did I just shiver? Or like, the fuck was that? And you just every time you think you tripping. Nigga, what? I done had that shit, like, I haven't had it in a while, but I've definitely vividly remember like times where I'm just laying in bed and I'm like, you know it's real late, so you're not thinking anything else, probably just being on your phone or you just laying there watching TV and then the bed kind of shake a little bit and then you like, hold on, what the fuck? Did that just happen? Or am I tripping? And you just take it as like you tripping. What if a motherfucker was in there shaking my motherfucking bed? Twerking their ass in my bed. Stop twerking your ghost ass in my bed, man.
We kind of realized that, you know, something was going on.
Sham.
Josh's attraction to his imaginary playmate grew by the day, but his attitude and behavior would take a turn for the worse when he started doing things out of character and then would blame it on his friend Man.
He would do stuff and say, you know, well, Man told me to do that. And so that's when, you know, that's when I really started noticing different things.
That boy got bobcat
Josh
eyebrows.
became very defiant towards his parents, not doing anything they tell him to, and began using bad language.
It was, that period of time was almost like I was just a shell. I don't know how to describe it.
After realizing that Josh's invisible friend was much more than just an imaginary playmate, they decided to question him further about his friend he called Man.
I remember the little boy saying, you know, when everybody was asking, you know, where'd he come from? Where'd he come from? And then I remember just spitting it out where he came from. He said he came from a box in the ground at that park. A little tiny box in the ground. He's buried over there with a family member, as I can recall.
That's crazy.
He told them that Man was 6 years old and that he had blonde hair and brown eyes. When Jan asked Josh if Man was dead, he replied yes.
He wasn't old enough to realize that, to tell us that he came from like visiting the graveyard or something like that.
But he knew the nigga was a ghost.
Josh went on to
and
tell his
dead.
parents that a stranger had taken Man away from his mother and did terrible things to him.
Damn, he was kidnapped.
He cried and screamed for his mom, but she could never find him.
Something about there was a bad man that did bad stuff to him.
But like, how did that make him a demon? I know we're at the beginning. We probably ain't got there yet, but like, did that make the little boy a demon, or is he just a good ghost? And where's the man that did the bad stuff? Like, when does it get to that point?
And that's about all I can. That's about all I can recall.
Yeah, ghost there too.
Like I said, it was just when they would ask, I would spit it out. It's like it's like I was on autopilot or something. It was very strange.
Josh's nanny recalled a small, old cemetery in the vicinity of the park she would usually take him to.
Miss Dottie would take him to the park and stuff, so it could have been that it came from, you know, that graveyard.
I remember the old gravestones because I've seen gravestones like that now, but you know, there were the old tan or old dark brown faded. You know, it was a real old cemetery.
I wouldn't live nowhere near a cemetery. Fuck no. Cause like, nigga, think about how many cemeteries that's way farther out than what you think. Like, you see cemetery, and that's because somebody bought that land right there and put a fence around that land. But before they put that fence there, nigga, probably dead body miles down. You know what I'm saying? Like, right there. They just ain't got a tombstone over them. Probably ain't even got a casket. They just buried right there. Before the Indians was even there. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, when people was going to war and shit and was just dying. You know, they wasn't getting buried and shit. Some of them just died right there. Think about all the people that was just walking and died of thirst or some shit. And you later on build your house right there, or a gas station got built there, or a school, or a church. You know, you damn near can't escape that shit. But you can escape being close to a cemetery. You know, you see that motherfucker, just don't live nowhere near it at all.
That used to be there, and that's where he came from.
Willing to try anything to get their son back to normal, Jan appoints the help of family friend and medicine man, Eli Littlebear.
Medicine.
Jan had a full-blooded Indian. His name was Little Bear, and she talked to him about it.
Little Bear.
The medicine man instructed Jan to burn sage with sweetgrass and direct it around the four corners of the property. She also must anoint each entrance of the house with olive oil.
She had to go through and bless the house and everything.
It was a blessing with, what is it, like a hyssop or something like that they burn.
She done it with olive oil and then went back through with the sage, or vice versa.
She
And
went
that
in
didn't
every
work?
room with it. It never did burn, it just smoked.
Talking about sage.
He told her that was to ward off evil spirits.
The Thompson family believed this ordeal was over when the paranormal activity completely stopped for several months.
Motherfuckers went and got a regular lady from down the street that got into some spiritual shit, read a couple books, did a tarot card, some shit came true, and she's like, now I will bless everyone. Hey, motherfucker ain't doing it right. Don't even know the severity, and like, bro, this shit different from different families. You need to go get the pink sage. That white sage ain't enough. We need pink Himalayan salt all around this motherfucker. Hit every corner of the motherfucker. Lee.
It's after the cleansing.
Some shit be deeper than the cleansing.
It was an ordinary day when Jan was at home folding laundry while watching Josh. Her heart sunk when she suddenly started to hear Josh talking to Man.
That
As she
man's still
approached him,
here.
she noticed that Josh was holding on to something, which happened to be an old photo.
Like, where does he get that from?
I remember
Was
sitting
that
in the
their
hallways
house?
playing with my toys, and it seems like I had an old briefcase or something I was pilfering through. It seemed like I had something like that in front of me, and then, I was digging through it, and I found that picture out of nowhere.
The photo appeared to be from the early to mid-1900s, featuring an older woman sitting in a chair.
Yeah, that's a good like 1960, 1950, 60 type era. And I'm just saying it off this hairline. She got a 1950 hairline. Grannies. They didn't like black people at all either. Yeah, some white women that's back, the older ones, people, grandparents, great grandparents, look at their older pictures, and if they got that motherfucker right there, look like that, it kind of fluff up but not fluffed up yet. Yeah, you gotta watch that one. And then it's deep south too. I'm pretty sure everybody grandparents was racist back then if your grandparents was Caucasian in America in the deep south, 1950s and under. Probably was a good chance they didn't like black people. Even if you black right now, you mixed. Yeah, sorry.
With a smaller boy sitting on the floor next to her.
On the floor?
When Jan asked Josh where he had gotten the picture, he told her that Man had given it to him.
I just remember sitting there pilfering, finding the photo and handing it to Mom. Her asking where'd you get this? Well, I guess Man gave it to me, and I just found it. She was just confused. Was looking, trying to identify who was in the picture and stuff.
Like, where you get
He
the whole
had the
briefcase
photograph
from?
in his room, and when we asked him who it was, he said, "That's Man." And so that's when it kind of got kind of spooky, I think.
It was an older picture. I do remember the lady in it. Wearing an old-timey dress.
Oh.
Something you didn't see for that period where we were living.
Jan put the photo on the refrigerator, hoping that any of her family and friends that stop over will be able to identify the people in the picture.
Nobody here, none of my family had ever seen this picture. It just appeared.
Like, you need to go to older people in the whole town. Like, do y'all know or heard of this lady or anything about a boy being done like this? Or, go around and ask the older people. Somebody gonna know something. And if nobody knows nothing, must be a different timeline or something. You might want to really check that out. Like, hey, Ghost, you got the wrong house, wrong kid. This ain't your house. Ghost gonna be like, are you sure? Oh, we in the wrong city. This is Paducah, Kentucky. We supposed to be in Palmer, Kentucky. Palmer, Kentucky. If that's a place, motherfucker got the wrong address. You fucking with the wrong kid.
It seemed to me like it was on the refrigerator, and one day it just disappeared.
I never saw it and never saw it again.
Never saw it again.
The family looked everywhere trying to find the photo, but had no luck.
We tried to find it, and nowhere to be found.
When asking Josh what happened to it, he told them that Man had taken it away. During this time, Josh's nanny had moved away, leaving Jim and Jan without a sitter to watch him while they're at work.
563-240-89.
After Dottie quit, his regular sitter, my sister-in-law at the time said she would watch him, watch Josh, and she had a little girl.
It wasn't long before strange things also started to occur here as well. Jim's sister-in-law claimed to have heard a deep, dark voice coming from the playroom while Josh was over their house playing with her daughter.
Oh, in her house too?
It got so spooky that she wouldn't watch him no more. She was very religious too.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's time to go get
The
that
final
boy some
straw
help.
would come less than 2 months after she started watching him. She went to go check on her daughter and Josh. As she opened the door, she saw several toys floating in the air
What?
before instantly dropping to the ground. She immediately called Jan to tell her what happened and to have her come pick Josh up.
Oh, me. Come get this
Well,
little
it's
boy
over
right
at
now.
Nancy's house and stuff, playing with the.
Come get him now, ma'am. This little boy got toys and shit floating in. Ever since your son came over here, and I don't really want to say this, but shit been floating. Kids, I'm hearing kids. It's kids everywhere. Grown men, demons. You need to get him checked out until you get that figured out. He can't come over here no more. I'm sorry, and it's no hard feelings. I love you. But he's scaring everybody in here. Scaring the dog. My taste buds, food ain't even tasting the same. Every time you come over here, everything tastes like Beanie Weenies. I don't want Beanie Weenie cereal. I like Frosted Flakes. Damn.
Cousin, he was with me. I don't recall the
And that dog looks scary, not
being
regular.
in the moment, the toys floating and stuff. Like I don't know. Like I said, there's just there's bits and pieces I can remember, and then it's like I was just on autopilot. It was a shell or something. I don't know. I can't really explain it.
Josh's parents had to start taking him to a daycare and made him promise that he wouldn't take Man with him.
Like, they acting like this is like some regular shit. You have to promise me you're not gonna take Man with you to school. Like, they acting like this is a game. Like, he's playing. I bet you they still got him sleeping in the same room by himself. He's telling you, like, hey, there's kids in here. The nanny said toys is floating in the air. Y'all need to start bringing a priest in. All types of shit. Thinking about moving. Like, figuring out what you're going to do with your kid. Because, like, just letting him go sleep alone and just all that, it ain't working. I don't think you should be doing that.
He would keep
make
his
sure
promise.
you leave the ghost at the house. That ain't going to work.
But when he got home, Man was waiting for him.
Oh, it worked. Well, tell Man to stay here while we move. How about that?
Over the next few days, Josh's behavior would quickly spiral out of control.
It's because he told Man to stay there.
When Jim went to Josh's room to tell him dinner was ready, he was shocked to see his son cutting up his stuffed animals.
Charles.
He just started doing things out of the ordinary and blaming it on Man. Well, Man told me to do this, or Man told me to do that.
And see, white people would probably help their kid right there. And black parents would be like, well, if Man told you to jump off a bridge, you do it? You need to start listening to yourself and stop listening to Man. Who is Man? Man, you in here? And the lights click on and off. Ooh, shit. That's Man? No, come on. Niggas we got to leave. It's scary people, Man people in here.
Every time Josh did something out of character, he would tell his parents that Man said it was okay, or Man said it would be fun.
Man sounds like a really bad kid. I wonder why you keep seeing man. I don't think the real man, and that's him. Why he ain't in heaven? If he died as a little innocent kid because he had bad things happen to him, why is he still out here doing bad things to other people and he can control it and shit like a demon? I don't think that's that little boy in that picture. Something doesn't add up to me.
The next night, Josh's behavior would reach an all-time low.
And why is the little boy being called
one
man?
of the main things was the deal with the cat. We had a cat, a kitten.
I remember trying to smother one under a couch cushion. My sister come in and caught me. Part of me didn't understand. Another part of me was really aggressive about the whole situation. You know, I don't. But yeah, just that one instance that I can recall.
Cat
Do you think
scared
that
as
was
fuck.
inspired by man? Like he told you to do that?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. That was out of character for me. I love animals. You know, I've always loved animals. There was, a matter of fact, there was an instance before then where we were out in the yard and planting flowers. I was helping the mom plant flowers. I was probably like 3 or something. We had kittens, and you know, she had taught me, you know, you plant a tree, you know, it grows, and you get, you know, we get more trees, seed spread and whatnot. And I was out there trying to plant kittens. I wanted more kittens.
Nigga trying to plant kittens, so that means you was killing them. And you, in your mind, you thought like, yeah, I love animals. I never harm them, but you trying to plant them. Where you getting the kitten seeds from? Cats? This nigga got a whole pet cemetery talking about why the cat's not growing, Mom. What are you talking about, son? Oh, you see all the holes? We don't have gophers. Those are cats. You kill cats? Man didn't tell you to do that. You did that. Like, what the hell?
Later that same night, after his bed started severely shaking, Josh got up to go sleep in his parents' room. Jan waited for Josh to fall asleep. She wanted to know what her son had been going through. She wanted to feel what he felt, and she finally decided she was going to confront whatever this entity was.
Oh, I thought you said it did communicate.
It wasn't long until she was awakened by the sound of footsteps in the hallway and saw a shadow of who she thought was Josh standing outside the bedroom door. She called Josh's name and stretched out her arms for him to come over to her.
When the reality hit me was when one night, the best I can remember, she went in Josh's room to get in the bed, and she thought Josh was in there. And so the way she described it, it wasn't Josh. She told that it was man that was in the bed instead of Josh.
Oh, shit. So now everybody's like, that motherfucker is
Her
villainous.
description of him is a see-through, with the veins were electrical pulsed. They had the glowing eyes, and it was just demonic face laughing in her face.
The figure of this demonic entity would instantly vanish as Jan heard someone turn on the overhead light.
Damn. So First, she seen a little boy, which was a demon that just appearing itself as a little boy. Popped up, showed itself, the glowing eyes, the scary shit, all of that. Till the light clicked on, it was just gone. Like, and she's like, hey, what are you doing? Did you hear that? You smell that in here? It smells like shit. Yeah, something smells like shit. I didn't know what it was. It's like burning or something. Like, motherfucker, I was eye to eye with this motherfucker, man. Finna snap this nigga's neck. You don't click the light on like we in a movie, nigga. This shit was finna get real, nigga. I got a whole gun full of holy bullets for this nigga. And that's just crazy how a demon can just find somebody. Just find a picture of somebody and was like, hey, I'm this little boy right here. This is me. I want you to start terrorizing your family and shit. Like, that is crazy. Showing up as a kid so he can be comfortable with him. You know, so you can be comfortable with whoever you finna start haunting and shit. Like that, man, that shit's wild. And you should have known something was up whenever he said, my name's Man. Hey, dumbass demon. Ain't no kid named Man. You should have known right then and there. I'm Man. Fuck.
It was her daughter Ashley and husband Jim who came to check on her after they heard screaming.
Oh, she screamed, granny.
I guess the turning point would have been that night that he manifested, you know, in front of Mom.
That's a dark crazy realization came over Jan of what Man truly was.
Tell him that Man had been a child at all, but possibly a ghost of a little boy's killer. That's what I was saying. I was thinking like Man was the nigga that killed the little boy or little boys and shit. He died on that land, or that was his house, and now he considered, you know, evil or turned into a demon or shit. The nigga was possessed even when he was alive. You know what I'm saying? It had to be something, whoever it is. Or it's a demon that's been possessing people for so long. He possessed that man to kill that little boy. And, you know, so on and so on. Then that man dead. That man probably somewhere in heaven or somewhere in hell, you know, whatever. You don't know. And then this demon just going to generation, just, you know, feeding off motherfuckers.
The thought of what could happen next terrified Jan. She knew she needed to seek help fast if she wanted to protect Josh and her family from this demonic entity. The next day, Jan calls Eli Little Bear, telling him that her family is battling the spirit of a demon. She also tells him about her experience the night before, explaining that this entity has been pretending to be a little boy, but in reality is something much darker and more powerful than they could have ever imagined. Jan asks him if there is anything else he could do to help get rid of this evil energy.
Way more demonic for sure.
The shaman explains that she will have to bless.
Yeah, it wasn't specific enough. Like, you went and did just some little, hey, you know, some sage and shit, man. Sometimes you gotta get way deeper than that, nigga. This shit finna turn into a possession, nigga. Motherfuckers finna get possessed, nigga.
It's the house again, but this time she must focus on ridding the home of an evil spirit.
I don't know what it is, nigga. Every time I see that, I like neighborhoods that look like this. Like, even though these houses is old, but like, it's like you in the country, but you're not in the country. Like, in the country, we're in town, but it's, I don't know. They look good to me.
Focus on ridding the home of an evil spirit. The shaman tells Jan she will have to be very forceful with her prayers.
Not overly expensive.
The cleansing ceremony consisted of an evening fast, along with prayers. Sage and sweetgrass were burned together in a small container inside the home, as well as outside with a medicine feather directing the smoke to the 4 directions. Pure olive oil was poured on the 4 corners of the property. Along the driveway, walkway, and each door and window were anointed with the same oil. The ceremony was concluded with the words, "In the name of the Great Spirit, our Creator, our Lord, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen." The sage and sweetgrass were left burning into the night.
I know the neighbors was watching this shit like, what the fuck, bro?
Come home from school or whatever. I guess it was, if she blessed the house or whatever. It seems like I would, be looking for him or something, but it was odd. It was just come home one day. It was just an afterthought, like it never happened.
It was regular.
I guess he's gone. Whatever. Yeah.
Like it's cool he went through that at a young age, and the demon only presented himself as a little boy. He never got to see the evil or none of that, like feel it for real. So to him, it was just like shit, like having a friend on the block that you play with, and then they family moved away and you never seen them again. It was just like, oh shit, damn, they moved. So he didn't have to grow up traumatized or nothing like that. But that mom got to live with the picture of that scary motherfucker for the rest of her life. I don't think she's gonna forget that. Not saying she's fucked up out here, but she not finna forget what that looked like.
No. I just didn't see him anymore.
Priest and got rid of him. When this man was now gone, and Thompson and now free of paranormal activity. Telling you, gotta get you a priest. And like shit like that just show me like you can't say God ain't real, bro. If there's such thing as demons and demonic and scary entities, and then you go get somebody that believe in Jesus or believe in God or Yahweh or Yahweh, whatever y'all want to call it, the Holy Spirit, whatever it is that y'all want to call it, and they do their little work with the Holy Spirit, they talk to God and whatever, and it gets rid of actual demons. There's no way you can be like, bro, God ain't real. It's no way you can be like that. There's no way you can be like, I don't believe in heaven or hell. Like, how, bro? I just don't understand how you don't believe in that. Now, I can understand how people, don't believe in Jesus or don't believe in a God, that there's this man up there. I can see how people don't believe in that because, you can get lost in the sauce. You can feel like people lying. And then the Bible got so many different things, and then it was man-made, and then it's like, it's several different versions of it. So I could see where you can get lost in the sauce and be like, man, hell, I ain't believing none of this. But when you go down to real life experiences and shit that you can't explain how that happened, or you feel the energy of some evil, then you feel the energy of pure love and something pure, it's like, bro, you can't deny that stuff, man. There's a good, there's a bad, there's a God and there's a devil. And I'm not saying that it's some white man up there that's Jesus, and I'm not saying it's some big red man with horns down there that's the devil. We don't know. But I know you gon' know when it's there. When that motherfucker in your face or around you, you gonna feel it and you gonna know. I feel like everybody's gonna have a time in their life where God is gonna really reveal itself to you. And not really like saying, hi, I'm God, how you doing? You didn't believe in me? But like you're gonna have a moment like, oh damn, I felt it. I felt the light, I felt that purity, I felt it, and you're gonna be like, it's either gonna change your mind on it, or you just continue to do what you do. All I can say is try not to go to hell, man. Shit, just live your life, man.
In January of
Find
2003,
something to believe in.
Jan Thompson finally decided to share her family's experience on a now defunct paranormal forum called Guardian Tales.
Oh, that computer name.
In 2005, the story would garner the attention of Discovery Channel, who at the time were looking for material to use in their upcoming second season of A Haunting.
A Haunting?
Several over-the-phone interviews were conducted with the Thompson family before it was even considered being turned into an episode. New Dominion Pictures...
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of cool that he shouted them out, A Haunting, because, like, he didn't have to say that it got on a TV show or none of that for his own, this whole video. He didn't have to bring that up at all. He still put it out like the original story. That's hard.
Ultimately decided to feature the story.
Where the original story
and
came
shortly
from.
after would send a film crew out to Kentucky to film the interviews.
And of course, back then, I was still in school and stuff, so she wanted to change our last names and stuff for privacy reasons.
The interviews were filmed in anonymity for privacy of the family, with their last name being changed to Foster. Jim's name was changed to Dale, and Josh's name was switched to Cody, while Jan's name stayed the same.
Yeah, well, they had the kitchen all taped off with the black drops and stuff, and they interviewed Shadow.
Oh, they're still in the same house.
In the kitchen there.
The episode titled Demon Child was the first episode of the second season and would premiere on July 20th, 2006.
She said they nailed it pretty good on the Discovery special there, the way she described him. It gave her chills when she'd watch it.
Oh, that's crazy. So that's what she's seen damn there. Pale looking demon with glowing red eyes right in her face. Put that fear in her. That's actually fucking terrifying.
She never...
Like... Hey, what the fuck, bro?
actually described him to me back then. Her details of how she described him when she wrote her story and told Discovery and stuff. That was the first I had heard of it, of detailed manifestation.
Demon Child was named one of the 11 most watched A Haunting episodes in an article from Travel Channel in 2021.
I've had friends and stuff. One of my friends' dads, he really enjoys it. He used to rib me about it all the time. He's like, "Man's gonna come get you again." Yeah, they did a good job with it.
At least they can find a way to joke about it, cause boy, Kentucky.
After years of being intrigued by the unknown and the paranormal, Jan would join a ghost hunting group in the early 2000s that went by TRAPS.
So she started ghost hunting? The hell? She found a love for that shit?
As her son Josh got older, he would sometimes accompany his mom on her ghost hunts and realized that his mother had very strong clairvoyant abilities.
Clairvoyant?
I know she did for sure. Me, on the other hand, I hadn't really tapped into it. I might get
You've been seeing ghosts all your life,
a feeling here and there if we were ever out doing paranormal investigations and stuff. It's nothing more than that. But on her end,
I guess that is kind of cool though. That would bring something out to you. Like you actually dealt with a real demon before. You got past it, got over it, and then you found help for yourself, and it worked. It would kind of intrigue that to like make you want to go do that for others, or like find stuff like, okay, they say this is really haunted. Like I've seen a real demon before. Let's go check this out and see what can we do, or what can we experience. So yeah, it's like playing basketball and you finally win your first game, and you're like, damn, for some reason I want to keep playing basketball, and then you start going play, and now you found a love for it. Yeah, it's crazy. Cause I just feel like that would scare the shit out of me forever. I don't want nothing to do with it. Never, ever, never, never, ever again.
Actually see and hear things, you know, in real time. She had insomnia real bad. It was one of the things she had to deal with, but it wasn't necessarily, you know, because of a sleep disorder. It was because she could hear things.
Oh, she done drove herself crazy then. She should have let that shit alone.
Throughout the 2000s, Jan Thompson would write and post her personal experiences on the website Guardian
That shit's
Tales.
crazy. I remember Google used to look like that. Like, nigga, I vividly do remember, like, getting on Windows or some shit. I forgot what it was called. I remember when Firefox came out and it was on the MacBook that was like a big, you know, desktop and shit, and it had the little box thing that was see-through and everything. You'd be like, damn. And like Firefox was like, wow at the time. It was like nigga, that's like Apple. Like, nigga, that's the new like web browser and shit. Oh, that shit was pretty nice. Which, like, nowadays we wouldn't think it was nice, but yeah, when shit had no details. Niggas look like getting on Facebook on your phone when you had a flip phone or some shit. Like, no type of detail in it. But back then, 2005 and shit, 2004, that shit was crazy. Like, damn. That shit make a nigga feel old as fuck. Nigga, low-key is getting old. But nigga, I'm still Gen Z. Nigga, I'm the beginning of Gen Z, nigga. I started this shit, nigga. The first year Gen Z, nigga. Go look up Gen Z, and the first year start, nigga, that's me, nigga. Yeah, nigga, I walk so you niggas can run. Oh, my mama. Yeah, nigga, my NBA young boy, Chief Keef, nigga. He was 16, 15 out here going crazy. We was lit. Oh, my mama, nigga, I got to grow up and hear Lil Wayne and Young Thug and seen the transition on how, yeah. Nigga, I was there for every dance. Y'all remember that? The Beanie Weenie, the pancake, yay. From all that heel toe, mamash, heel toe, mamash, yay.
In 2007, she would even write in detail of what the process was like being on the show A Haunting. She had a lot of good things to say about the show. However, she revealed that although they filmed an interview with her son Josh for the TV special, they didn't end up including any of it in the final episode.
They had to make that shit scary. Probably wasn't scary no more after he told it. That nigga so monotone. Yeah. Well, she died. A short illness. Damn. She didn't die. She died not too long ago, too. Wow. Yo, rest in peace, Miss Jane, man. Rest in peace, man. Oh, yeah, you can tell she got into her spiritual side like a mug. Yeah. And I don't know what it is when people go through that spiritual era. Like, they get real spiritual, but they, like try to get into it, like with the tarot cards and the sage everywhere. They always start putting black highlighter on. Like, I don't know what it is. The older ones do. Like, if your mom or something got real spiritual out of nowhere and she's past 35, she's in her 40s and up, she definitely gonna rock that black eyeliner for sure. With something on the head, maybe got the little fox dreads in, or they dreaded their hair. They start rocking black eyeliner and scarves. Crystals and shit. Rest in peace, Jan Thomas, man. Thompson. That's good. That's good. How about Jimbo? Johnson, 34, happily married, has 2 children. Dang. That's lit. Niggas live a great life afterwards. Kentucky. Kentucky. But yeah, man. That's gonna be the end of this video. Appreciate every last one of y'all. Finna make me another video to upload. Trying to get at least 3 or 4 of them things in for y'all, man. Definitely now, man, I do so much, it's no way I can record every day, bro. Behind this camera, closed doors, bro, I done stressed myself out about this content shit, bro. Like when you do content is fun at the beginning. It's fun for me because I love content through the whole thing. But you get to a point where it pays your bills, and then now you're trying to make sure your bills stay paid, and then you like it's like you kind of turn it into a job. Not really a job, but like you can, to the people that's finna start doing content and you want to get to that level. Whenever you get to the level when you're actually making money to where you can go get stuff to eat, you can take care of your household, you can pay your bills, you can live off of it, find space in between that to take a break. Not saying you have to give up. If you one of the ones that's like me, that's like, nigga, I gotta do content every day. I'm locked in. But you gotta find them in between days where you just can just breathe, bro. I don't care if you just go to the park, nigga. Nigga, I've been so locked in on doing content, nigga. I drove downtown to the park and seen people play basketball, and it just made me feel like, what the fuck have I've been behind a computer, like, damn near lost having fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga overly working and still not getting no, you know what I'm saying, no crazy results. Nigga, sometimes you can overly work and still be just going steady. You gotta find that in between to stay sane and then keep the love for your career or whatever it is that you're getting yourself into. So, with that being said, it's days that I won't be uploading at all. Like, it's days I might record gameplay, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not uploading on here, probably not uploading on some other thing because I'm doing gameplay. But every single day, I'm recording something. Other than Sundays, I ain't recording nothing. Sundays, that's full blown, I'm off. But from Monday through Saturday, I'm either doing Patreon, I'm either doing YouTube, or I'm doing recording for gameplay, and you don't see the gameplay till the editor send it back in, or I'm making a skit, or I'm writing skits, trying to figure out some other shit, or I'm doing my content for Facebook and for Instagram, bro. It's always something. But you gotta find that break in between, and I found it. Just letting y'all know, some days y'all not gonna get nothing on here. Just keep it G real with you. But I do appreciate every last one of y'all. I appreciate the ones that still tap in, even if I go a week without posting. Y'all still gonna be there, man. I love y'all. Shout out to my day ones. Shout out to my family that be watching me. I'm out. Peace.